Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're here with Beastmen, going to be facing off against the High Elves on the outskirts of Altdorf. This was actually a round 2, game 2 for the Slaan Slam tournament that I participated in today. A lot of fun, had a great time participating. I might show you guys a few of the other replays. Round 1, I was able to win 2-0, and it was not super close. I mean, neither of those games were super competitive per se, so I don't know if I'm going to show them yet. I haven't really decided, but this is game 2 of the series between myself and Tlaxtlan Soothsayer, who is a very, very good player. I figured you guys would be interested to see this game in particular. The first game that we had played, it was not very close. I played Skaven against his Beastmen and got summarily wrecked. It was just not even close, and I misplayed it pretty badly as well, so I don't know if I'll show that game. I might. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would be interested to see that. But this is game 2. This time I took the Beastmen, and Tlax has gone with the High Elves here. And I have brought the double Cygor build. So as per tournament rules, you can only actually bring one Cygor. So I've got the one, Cygor here with the Ungor Spearman Herd to support. It's the same build you guys have seen before. We've got the Minotaurs with great weapons, 2 Best Gore Herd, 2 Gore Herds with shields, another reserve Ungor Spearman Herd to help protect Morghur, and we've got another Ungor Spearman Herd here, as well as this Bray Shaman Lore of Wild to summon more Cygors. In the far corner, we've also got Centaurs with great weapons. So I figured you guys would be interested to see, because Tlax had a really good counter build for what I brought here for this double Cygor build, and he played it really well, so I figured you guys would want to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look. So his lord is the princess, so an interesting pick, and on paper, you might say, well, it's almost better always to bring the melee variant of the High Elf lord, but in this case, I really like the pick of the princess here. She does great missile damage. It has quite a bit of ammo at 38, so she can continuously poke away at low armor targets, especially the Cygor. So she's going to be really nice for poking away the Cygor. She can just stay up in the air, use the dragon breaths and her bow ammunition to really skirmish down effectively, the Cygor, other large monsters. So I really like this pick against the Beastmen. Tlax has also got quite a few archers here. He's got 2 Lothern Seaguard and 2 regular High Elf archers, so that's a lot of volume of missile fire. It's going to be great against the relatively low armor of the Beastmen. His infantry corps is White Lions of Trace, who will do okay against Best of War. They'll definitely lose, but they'll trade somewhat cost-effectively. He's also got Swordmasters of Hoeth in the center, who, again, these guys are very elite infantry, a great Cygor target, honestly, so they're going to be taking the majority of the rocks here in the early game. But, they can do a ton of damage to infantry, and, definitely a decent pick here. Got a reserve spearman as well, a Lore of Life mage to, help heal his high-value targets, and he does have 2 units of Dragon Princes. So shock cavalry can be very good against the Beastmen, especially if it's microed well by a good player like Tlax. And the Dragon Princes are an excellent shock cavalry unit. They have great sustained combat stats at 44 attack and 42 defense with Martial Mastery active, which is really, really nice. They've also got, 25% physical resistance, 80 charge bonus, which is among the highest of any cavalry in the game. I mean, these guys are just excellent heavy cavalry units. And against the Beastmen, they really don't have anything that can stand toe-to-toe with these guys except maybe Minotaurs with great weapons. So, it's definitely a tough situation. So, I really like Tlax's build here. Let's see how he plays it. We'll go ahead and kick things into full gear. So I'm going to be targeting my Cygor here on the center unit of Swordmasters of Hoeth. It's the most elite infantry my opponent has brought, so they're definitely a high-risk unit. They'll be able to carve through a lot of my best gore here. So we're going to be, trying to take them off the battlefield. Tlax is doing a really good job here as I move to skirmish up with my Centaurs with throwing axes. He's going to immediately respawn with his bowman there and start firing in return. I'm going to try and kind of use this group of woods here to be able to kind of cycle in and out, maybe bait out some shots, and, the woods will help deflect some of the arrows of the archers if they decide to shoot at me. It also kind of gives a little bit of a screening, in terms of movement and everything. But, yeah. Just as my opponent advances here, you can see the Swordmasters of Hoeth already down half their unit models. Not quite, actually. They haven't quite dropped martial prowess yet, but you can see Tlax is doing a really good job. He's going to immediately Dragon Breath and Focus Fire all of his archers onto this single Bestigor here, and that's the one that's going to get hit by the Swordmaster of Hoeth. So despite the Swordmaster of Hoeth taking all this damage from the Cygor, with the dragon and the arrows and everything all together, they're going to be able to actually take down this unit of Bestigor, and it's just going to get terrified off and completely shattered. But, you know, the White Lions here will get carved up by the Bestigor. We have summoned up another Cygor here to chuck rocks. And at this point, Tlax has done a really good job. He got a charge order in, did a ton of shock damage to these Ungor Spearmen herd, and immediately pulls away with the Dragon Princes. Same thing over on this flank. These Dragon Princes are going to get an excellent charge into this braced Gore herd here. Although they don't, you know, they are braced, they don't have charge defense, very light armor. These guys are going to take a ton of shock damage from that charge. So really nice play from Tlax so far with the Dragon Princes. Really doing some excellent work so far. He's also baited, baited my Spearmen to come chase after the Dragon Princes, and they're faster, so they can just pull up and away and come around and not get caught too badly by them. I did summon up some Chaos Spawn here to try and pin the Princess in place, but I just don't have any units that can deal damage fast enough, and because these Chaos Spawn didn't get a full surround, she's able to just pull away here. Again, Dragon Princess charging. They are going to get a little bit caught up on the Chaos Spawn, but Tlax right on top of his micro, just immediately pulling around, going to ping-pong this isolated unit here and just completely shatter it. You can see the archers now, a couple of units going to be focus firing in on the Cygor. They'll be able to do a lot of damage to it very quickly because of its low armor. I've unfortunately mismicroed these Centaurs with Great Weapons a little bit here. I badly need them to help deal with the Dragon Princes. They can catch up with them, you know, help tie them down. But at this point, you know, pretty far ahead on the balance of power, but that's a little bit fraudulent because of the Cygor summon as well as the Chaos Spawn summons. Kind of gives me more of a power spike than I actually have. We've been able to deal with most of his infantry. You know, the Swordmasters are now routing off. The White Lions are gone. This unit of Spearmen is going to be gone in just a moment as well. We pull around the Brave Shaman on the Chariot to rear charge there. But the main unit I'm having at this point is the Dragon. The Princess on the Dragon's perfectly healthy with the Lore of Life Mage still supporting. She's, you know, she's standing here as well. And the 2 units of Dragon Princes have just taken hardly any damage, and Tlax is doing a really good job, is consistently using that regrowth and, you know, Earthblood and everything to keep these high-value units in the fight. And with the Minotaurs with great weapons gone, I really don't have anything that can stand up to these Dragon Princes. So it's, you know, a bit of a tough situation. Balance of power is still very, very close at this point. We've been able to collapse this unit of Lothern Seaguard and are just continuing to try and get away here. But unfortunately, my Centaurs with great weapons who were charging down these archers got caught by these Dragon Princes. It is going to allow us to kind of bring in this goon squad here, and I'm going to try and get there, but really nice Dragon Breath there, going to kill a few of those Bestigor and finish off the Chaos Spawn there. So at this point, we're kind of trying to kite around a little bit with the Centaurs with throwing axes here to do some, you know, some nice armor-piercing damage. But the physical resistance and the shields of the Dragon Princes mean they're not going to take a ton of damage here. The Cygor is also going to have a hard time landing a solid hit. Looks like a clean miss there. But because the Dragon Princes are very fast for heavy shock cavalry, 78 speed is just silly fast for heavy shock cavalry. You know, they're not going to take much damage. He's got these regrouped archers fairly healthy here. We are going to be, you know, bringing down the Gore Chariot. Cygor Chariot, rather, getting a really nice charge there, disrupting these guys. But Tlax is right on the micro there. He's going to pin down this this shaman. Now he's isolated. I've you know, managed to get him isolated here, so he's going to pin him down with the Dragon Princes and the Princess on the Moon Dragon, and immediately just look how fast this guy's going to go down. I mean, he is having a real bad day. So with that Brave Shaman gone, I'm not going to be able to get any more Cygor summons, which is unfortunate. The other Cygor is routed off the field by the Spearmen and the Archers combining on this side. So you can see the balance of power starting to falter here with the summoned units now gone, and this Brave Shaman just getting completely slaughtered here. It's really, really bad day for me. So you can see only a minute left in the battle here. Tlax is easily going to take... no, I say easily. I managed to put up a decent fight here, and considering how good of a player Tlax is, you know, considering this is my first, you know, competitive level tournament, I would say I'd made a pretty good showing of myself, but definitely a learning experience, I'll say that much. So well played to Tlax. I figured you guys would be interested to see, you know, how to counter that double Cygor build, at least as the High Elves. You know, take it with a grain of salt. You do need to micro these Dragon Princes very, very well in order for this build to work, I think. But, you know, if you do, it definitely can do work. And the Life Mage with the Moon Dragon and the Princess, it just all work together really, really well. So well played to Tlax. We'll go ahead and look at the army breakdown here. We'll just fast forward through the end. There's really just this summon Cygor there, so let's go ahead and look at the army breakdown. So, yeah, for my forces, 62 kills on the Cygor is okay. I mean, most of those came against the Swordmasters of Hoeth, but just not... It didn't get any chevrons. Really, I don't think paid for itself in the end. None of the units in my army actually got chevrons, if you look. For Tlax here, his infantry got pretty well wrecked. You know, we were able to deal with his infantry reasonably effectively. We did okay at dealing with the archers as well. The main issue we had is the Dragon Princes. As you can see, 94 and 165 kills and some chevrons to go around. Man, really did not have enough answers to these Dragon Princes, and the princess herself doing 53 damage and helping to pick away at those Cygors and the Chaos Spawns as well. Really like this pick here. So very well played to Tlaxtlan Soothsayer, and hope you guys enjoyed watching that battle. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. I'm keeping it coming with more Mortal Empires, Total War Warhammer 2 content every single day. So stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.